from Amaya. Welcome to Hatha Flow. Amaya is all about empowering women, so we're happy that you found us. We offer 2 online programs, a 7-day program called Do Less and Be More, and a 40-day program called Back to Her. We are actually starting a new phase tomorrow. The program is evergreen. You can sign up at any time, but we've got a group that's beginning tomorrow. So if you're looking for support, if you're looking to go within and gain some tools and knowledge around, so much. We use the chakra system, and Michaela is an amazing life coach, and she helps all these, she helps connect the chakra work, the yoga work, the meditation work with these beautiful integrative exercises that are creative and empowering to help you really get to know who you are, what you want, and just reconnect to your power and your purpose. So that is our beautiful community of Back to Her, and you can check it out on our site. Today I woke up and had too much coffee and felt a little overwhelmed. Michaela got online yesterday, I think if you check our Instagram, and she drew a card on IGTV and talked about boundaries. The card was all about boundaries. And I really think that asking for what you want and what you need is really important. And I think as women, it's sometimes hard to do that. And then I wanted to pick a passage to read you. So I was just kind of thinking about not asking for what I needed this morning, drinking too much coffee, and just being a little bit overwhelmed in a moment. And so today we're going to move a little quicker than normal. If it's too fast for you, just take your time and hold different poses, and I'll guide you through it. But I want to get us out of our mind and into our body. I want to get us to sweat a little bit. And then I wanted to pick a passage to read. Michaela used Rebecca Campbell's Find Your Light Oracle deck yesterday. And I'm going to read from her book, Rise, Sister, Rise. And this is the passage I chose for you today because it felt important. Being the change before it is the norm. Living a meaningful life is not a popularity contest. If what you are saying is always getting applause, you're probably not yet doing the right stuff. Marianne Williamson. Being the change before it is the norm isn't easy. Change makers change things. They usher in possibilities, call in new ways of doing, thinking, and being. They birth in the new. Most people resist change because change is scary. Change means letting go, and letting go is painful. You likely know this more than most. When you come face to face with those who do not understand you, who question you, who are not ready for the message you're bringing in, good, for this is a sure sign that you're facing the right direction. Remember, it's not your job to change everyone. Always only yourself, but don't lose faith. And do not question yourself or your beliefs, for faith is our greatest weapon. Faith that that as we rise up, others will too. Faith that in healing ourselves, we're healing the world around us. I bow down to your willingness to rise at this time. I kiss the path before you. It takes courage and gall to shatter the shackles that once held you, we, she, and indeed he captive. For we have come to know our confinement with certainty. This new freedom may bring with it new challenges. And if and when it does, know that every single moment, that mysterious force that called you forth is cradling you, loving you, and supporting you. Alone we are strong, but together we are fierce. If you're not already sitting up tall and closing your eyes, go ahead and do that now. And I want you to just take a few deep breaths into that. And I mentioned boundaries because that's something that we can all work on, and what inspired me this morning. But really, those boundaries will help us move through change, move through really healing, so that we can find the healing and change and truth in our own lives and help to heal the world. So just take a deep breath into that right now. Hi, Amanda. And before we start to move, let's just set an intention. It can be simply paying attention as we move today to the way the movement makes you feel in your body. It can be exploring boundaries or, what's changing within you in this moment where we are in isolation and away from the people we love, and all that goes along with COVID. Good. Take a deep breath in and let it go out the mouth. And gently open your eyes. And we're going to bring our right leg out in front of us. Just want to do a little bit of static stretching right here to stay in the moment of stillness before we move, okay? So just a forward fold with the left foot on the right thigh and laying out over your right leg. Hands can be on the floor, on your ankle, at your foot. Maybe you're not as flexible in the hamstrings and you bend the knee, and maybe a block or a rolled up blanket under a bent knee. All of that is fine. Breathe deeply though. Breathe into your seat. Breathe. Deep breaths. And then come on up. Let's switch legs. So the right foot to the left thigh. You can see me better if I move back. And then a forward fold over the left leg. And again, bending the knee is fine. Close the eyes and lay out over the leg. Deep breaths. Get lost in the way the pose feels. Get lost in your intention. Get lost in the moment. If any emotions come up, I want you to just breathe through emotions. Good. Inhale to come up. And then let's just bring Sukhasana, ankles stack in front of each other. Let's just take a couple side bends. The right arm up over to the left. Hey, Maya, can you ask Tony to come help? Hudson's a little loud right now. And then switch sides.
How can you hear him?
Don't unmute yourself. Just mute it back up and ask Daddy to help, okay? And then come on back up. All right, let's come to hands and knees. Hands and knees, and my favorite cat-cow. So you're gonna spread the fingers, shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, curve the spine, look back towards your thighs, belly button to spine, and really breathe out all the air. And then when you're ready to breathe in, arching, heart forward, booty up and back, and then exhale, curve. Inhale, extend here. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Now I want you to move a little faster, okay? We're going to inhale, cow, exhale, cat. Inhale, cow, exhale, cat. Inhale, cow, exhale, cat. Keep going. If you want to go a little faster than that, you certainly can do that. 3, 2, 1, and then just take child's pose for a moment. Sitting your tush back towards your heels. Let go. And then tuck the toes, come up to downward facing dog, pedal your heels up and down. Bend the knees, get the booty high. Shoulders relax down the back, and you can do that by spinning the biceps past your ear towards the ceiling. And then let's walk the feet towards the hands. Okay, so you're at the top of your mat. You can bend the knees and fold over your legs. Shake the head yes and no. Maybe start to straighten the legs out a little bit. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to stand all the way up. Prayer to heart. Mountain pose. Good. Take a few deep breaths here in your mountain pose. Good, everyone. Here we go. We're going to do Surya Namaskar with chaturangas. If chaturangas are uncomfortable in your body, you could bend the knees and do a modified version. I'll do that first. And if taking chaturanga, if you're postpartum and your just strength isn't there yet, you could do it for you. You could just lower your body down the way it feels comfortable, nice and slow, and come into a cobra. Or when we step back to plank, you can drop the knees and take a cow, then a cat, and then come into downward dog, okay? So you don't need to do your chaturanga if it's not in your practice, okay? Here we go. Prayer to heart. Inhale the arms up nice and high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Take an inhale, drop the knees if you're going to. And then exhale, elbows go straight back and you lower down to the mat. Inhale, tops of the feet to the mat. Come into your cobra pose. Lifting up the heart. Exhale, downward dog. We're going to hold downward dog for 3 to 5 breaths. So just go ahead and breathe at your own pace. You can close the eyes if that feels good to you. If you're still warming up your down dog, you can play with pedaling the heels up and down. Take one more breath in, wherever you are. Exhale, look at the hands. Walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Exhale, prayer to heart. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank and move into your chaturanga. If you can do the same exhale, do the same exhale, coming into your up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe. In and out the nose, shoulders away from the ears. Really use your hands. Press them out away from you with your hands. Lift your seat a little higher. On the next exhale, bend the knees, look at the hands, walk or jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise up. Prayer to heart as you exhale. Again, inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, making your way to chaturanga, jumping back or stepping back and lowering down. And when you're ready to inhale, you come into your up dog. Beautiful. Exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths. In and out the nose. Pay attention to where you're opening up in the body. And then we're going to exhale. On the next exhale, you soften your knees, jump or walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Prayer to heart. Inhale, sit into chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, make your way to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Now we're going to inhale the right leg up and step it to the right thumb, peel down the back foot and come into warrior one. That's it, Amanda. Just come on into warrior one. Take a breath in. And then we're going to make our way to down dog again. Exhale. The left leg lifts up and then bring that to the thumb. Peel down the back foot. Inhale, come into warrior one on the other side. And then exhale, down dog. I'm going to move through one more flow here, inhaling to plank, chaturanga, up dog with an inhale, exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. If the up and down is too much for you, we're going to do this 3 more times this round. You can do your warrior one on the right side and then switch your feet, warrior one on the left side, to avoid the up and down if it's too much right now. Okay, exhale the air, bend the knees, look at the hands, jump or walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees deep. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, prayer to heart. Okay, 2 more rounds. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, right foot to thumb, back heel down on the mat. Inhale the arms up, up, up. Let's take a breath here so everyone can catch up. Breathing in, breathing out. We'll breathe in one more time. And then exhale the hands down and back to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Step the left foot to the thumb. Warrior one on the second side. Breathe here. Wait for everyone to catch up. Breathe. Way to go, Amanda. Looking good, Flea. Bend the front knee a little more, Felicia. And then here we go to down dog. Exhale. Move through your flow. Inhaling to plank. Moving through your chaturanga. To your up dog. To your down dog. Look at the hands. Bend the knees. Jump the feet to your hands or walk the feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold and bend the knees. Inhale to sit into chair. Come all the way up as you exhale. Good, here we go. One more round, okay? Sit into chair, breathe in. That's it, go a little deeper. Well done. Forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Make your way to chaturanga. I'm gonna step back to plank to just show you another option. Maybe you bend the knees to the floor and take cat-cow. If you're in your chaturanga, you're moving through that to up dog, to down dog. From hands and knees, you could come into your down dog. Now we'll lift the right leg up and come to warrior one. Right foot to right thumb, peel down the back foot. Inhale the arms up and then go right into your down dog. Exhale. So this is faster. Left leg up, inhale. Step it to the left thumb, peel down the back foot. We're breathing in. Got it. We're breathing out, down dog. Inhale, plank. Chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. If a child's pose feels good now, you could take a couple breaths in child's pose. Listen to your body. How does the pace feel? How does the movement feel? How does your breath feel? And then press all those judgments or thoughts to the side because it doesn't matter. Just be in the moment. You're challenging yourself. You're breathing. We're together. And then we're going to come back to the front of the mat. Are you ready? Bend the knees. Look at the hands. Walk or jump the feet to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Inhale to sit into chair. And then prayer to heart. Okay. So let's just catch our breath here in mountain pose. And bring the hands to face forward, arms alongside your body. Okay, this is a little funny. So go with me on this or not, but I learned this, I don't know, maybe from like a kid's game, a kid's yoga game. And every time I did it with children, it always felt really good in my body. So I was like, why not with adults? For some of you, you're not going to want to do this. It's totally fine. The option for you is going to be to hold a chair pose, okay? If you feel more comfortable doing a chair against the wall to hold it, or taking chair at your mat, that's fine. You could do toes together, heels slightly apart, and the knees are hugging towards each other. Or if it feels better to have a wide stance, make sure the knees are right on top of the ankles and you're sitting back like you're in a chair. Not here, not here, okay? So if again, if the feet are apart, they're under the hips. So this is what it looks like. Don't do it yet. We're gonna sit into chair. And then on the exhale, you're gonna bring your booty to the ground, legs up over your head, and then come back into chair. We're gonna do that 5 times, okay? So if it's not for you, you're just gonna hold your chair pose for 5 breaths. And trust me, you will get plenty out of that. That's very good, Maya. That's it. And hopefully you'll be out of breath after this, whether you do either. Here we go, chair pose. Assume the position, set it up. And then if you're going with me, here we go. Exhale, booty to the ground, legs up over your head, and then get back to the chair. Good, again, you count 5. Here's 2 for me. Yes, good. Here's 3. Go, 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 go. That's it, Flea. 2 more, I think. There's 1. You can do it, you can do it. And 2, and 1, I think. Go, go, go. Excellent. Hold it for 5, 4. That's it, Amanda. 3, 2. Come on up. Good. Hopefully your heart is beating. It made me sweat. Take a deep breath here. We're going to come into some warrior 2s now. And let's do it from down dog. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Before we move on from the forward fold, I'm changing my mind here. I want you to pay attention to how your hamstrings are feeling right now. So maybe bending the knees, alternating. Maybe you've got blocks underneath you to make it a little easier for you. Okay, settle in. And if you can, yogi toe lock the big toe. So peace fingers are on your big toes. And the knees can be bent. You're going to take a breath in and a flat back. And then an exhale and come into the pose using the traction you're creating, pulling your body in towards your thighs. So I'm going to start to try to straighten my legs a little bit and get a little closer. The elbows can go straight back or out to the sides. 3, 2, 1. Let that go. Inhale, halfway lift. Make your way to chaturanga. So maybe plank to chaturanga or jumping back. Modified chaturanga. Good. And downward dog. Let's step the right foot forward. Peel down the back foot and come into warrior 2. Here we go. Whew. I hope you're as out of breath as I am. Lean back, peaceful warrior. And then we're going to come back to warrior 2 and into triangle. Straighten the front leg. Let your hips tip. Hand to the shin, top arm to the sky. You could come up to the thigh if that feels too deep for you. You could come to the floor if you have a little more flexibility. You can float. 3, 2, 1. Come up to warrior 2. Turn the right toes in and the left toes out. Lift up your foot and sink into a skandasana. So maybe you come here because that's enough and you can keep the foot on the floor or flex it. Maybe you come a little closer to the floor and take this side lunge to get a nice stretch in here. Okay, wherever you are, I want you to switch it to the front of the mat. So if you're higher, you'll just come here. I feel that great right there. I feel it a little deeper here. So I like to come a little lower, but you do you. And then I want to do a lunge facing the front. So we'll come back around to the lunge, drop the back knee, and bring the arms up. Hopefully this feels good to you. I love this pose. Front shin forward. Actually, let's play with a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to activate this a little more. So you're going to draw your front heel back and the knee towards the heel. Hang on there. 3, lift up, lean back. 2 and 1. Come back down with the arms, straighten the front leg, half split. If you are feeling warm and you have a full split, feel free to come into a full split. Earbud keeps popping out. Really, I just want you to enjoy a nice hamstring stretch. If you come into the split, you'll be getting into the hip flexor as well, which is beautiful, whatever feels good to you. Great. Okay. Here we go. Back through the lunge. Tuck the back toes under, lift the knee. Come back to warrior 2. Hopefully you're feeling warm. I'm going to give you an option that you don't have to take in side angle, but we'll come to elbow to knee first and arm over the ear. If this feels challenge enough, stay right there. If you're feeling really warm and you want to bring the hand to the floor, you can use a block inside the foot, okay? Or we can take a half or full bind. I'd love for you to see if you can get into that bind and breathe. 3, 2. You got this. 1. Let the arms go if they're in the bind. Come back to warrior 2. Cartwheel the hands down around your front foot. Step back to down dog. Your choice. You can stay in down dog or child's pose or move through a vinyasa flow. Do chaturanga to up dog to down dog. And breathe. Let's do the other side. Inhale the left leg up. Step it in between the hands. Peel down the back foot. And we'll come into warrior 2. Peaceful warrior, lean back. Elbow to knee, side angle. Sorry, triangle, huh? Straighten the front leg. Come into your triangle pose. Hand to the shin or the thigh. Maybe you're floating, maybe it's on the floor. Shoulders away from the ears. You've got one long arm with both arms. Breathe. And then here we come back up to warrior 2. You got it. Now we're going to take that skandasana. So we're going to turn the right toes towards the back and either come in nice and high to feel a nice stretch, foot on the floor, or flexed. I like it flexed. Or you can come all the way down. Whew, breathe. When you're ready to switch sides, you can switch sides. And then we'll come back to the lunge facing the front. Drop the back knee. Arms by the ears. Breathe. Play with that traction, drawing the heel towards the knee, knee towards the heels. What happens when you do that? I feel everything contained. The hips are square, and I'm integrating. This is really good to do postpartum. Before we come out, lift the arms up and lean back. And then come into that half or full split to get into your hamstring. Take a few breaths here. Okay, make your way out of that and back up to come into side angle. So lift the back knee, come on into your warrior two. And then again, we can do a side angle elbow to knee, arm over the ear. You can bring the hand down to the floor or a block, or we can reach the left arm underneath and the right arm connects with that hand, and we're opening up towards the sky. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Come on out. Cartwheel the hands down around the front foot. Step back to plank from there and move through your flow into child's pose instead of down dog. I want you to catch your breath here for a moment. Deep breaths. Reconnecting with the intention if that feels important to you. And if you're just joining me now and you haven't set an intention, you can set one right now. Good. Okay, come onto your belly. Let's just do a couple back bends. You're feeling warm, yes? Good. Good. Okay. Choices. If Shalabhasana, Sphinx pose feels best to you right now, you can hang here in Sphinx. So the elbows are right under the shoulders, hugging inward towards the midline. Draw your belly button in and up. Push the tops of the feet into the mat and breathe here, okay? If you'd rather do Shalabhasana with me, you're gonna bring the arms by the side, palms facing the sky, and then we're gonna lift the thighs, the chest, the arms, and keep the neck long. So we're not jutting the chin forward or looking down too far. 3, breathe. 2, confirm your tush a little bit, but don't squeeze. 1, and come down. Cheek to one side of the mat. You can shimmy your hips side to side and release your lower back. 1 more. If you're in your Sphinx and you want to take a break, take a break. And then I'd like to do 1 more. So you choose Sphinx pose, Shalabhasana, or we can come into Dhanurasana where you reach for your ankles or your feet. I like to go for my ankles. I like to flex my feet, and then here we go. Come on up. Breathe. Draw the toes to the sky. Kick the shin bones back. Heart forward. 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Cheek to the other side. Shimmy the hips. Good. All right, let's come to sit on the heels. We're gonna do 1 more pose, Bird of Paradise. And if that's not in your practice, we can practice side angle pose again, okay? I hope you feel good. I feel good. It feels nice to sweat and move. All right, here we go. So what we're gonna do is just make your way into a lunge, right foot forward, and then a warrior two. We'll see if I can find balance. So the first option from your warrior two is to come into side angle and hold the pose, okay? If you're coming into bird of paradise, you're going to take that bind that we did from the beginning. And even if you can't get a full bind, you can take a half bind and hold on to your thigh, okay? So come into the full bind if you can, or the half bind. And then we're going to step the left foot towards the right heel, okay? Find your balance in that left foot. Push down as you lift up. Okay, so here I'm in the bind, bouncing around, and then you could begin to straighten the leg. If you can't get the bind, you can hold your leg. The back hand's got your lower back, and maybe just balancing here or coming here, okay? See where you're at. I'm gonna hold on here. Well done. I know, right? I see some of you giggling. That's it, Amanda, go for it. And then we're gonna step down and come back through side angle to warrior two. You good? And then we can just shake it out, let that go. I know, if you've never done that before, it's a little bit like, you want me to do what? But it's fun, it's fun. All right, let's come in on the other side. I'm just gonna simply switch my direction and then elbow to knee, arm over the ear. Again, if you're like, you know what, I'm good, you can stay right here, or we'll start to make our way into the bind. Or so here's the half bind, right? You can let this hand kind of go and step in this way. I'm gonna try the full bind because I wanna practice with you. Step that right foot in, press down as you lift up. Woo! Find it, smile, and then lengthen the leg. Maybe you're holding on to your thigh and breathing proud at trying something new. When you're ready to come out, you're going to bend the bottom knee, place the left foot on the ground, step the right foot back. Back to warrior two. Let's take a wide angled forward fold to let go of all of that. Whew. So the forward fold. Amanda, I know you like this pose. I love this pose. Felicia, I seem to remember you liking this pose too. Relaxing, catching your breath, and then maybe going a little harder. So you could reach for the outer edges of your foot, take a flat back and see if you can help yourself get a little bit maybe closer to the floor, or maybe underneath your legs a little bit more. I want to give you freedom to play in this wide-legged forward fold. And then let's slowly come out and heel toe the feet towards each other. Forward fold here. And I realize you are near forward fold in the middle of your mat, wide. Halfway lift. And then let's bend the knees and come to sit. Good job, good job. Let's wrap it up. I think we're doing pretty good. Hopefully you feel a little sweaty and you feel connected. Let's finish off with Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. I don't have my blanket in here, but I could use this to show you an option. So if you know what you're doing, you can come on in. We're gonna hold it for at least 10 breaths. If you have a rolled up, this is a rolled up mat or a blanket, or even the blocks to put under your knees. If you have tight hamstrings, you could do that. Otherwise, we're right here, sitting up tall. So sitting up tall in Dandasana, and then hinging forward, tilting your pelvis over so you can lengthen over your legs. And we're gonna breathe here. So maybe this is all the further you can go. That's fine. You're gonna close your eyes and you're gonna breathe. And give your body a chance to open up. You're really warm at this point. Give your body a chance to open up into this shape. I think this is a hard pose to do. It takes, I think, courage, because I can talk myself right out of coming out because it's so uncomfortable. You can reach for the outer edges of your feet if you can manage there, or you'll be toe locking the big toes. Lay out over the legs, see if you can get a little deeper into the pose, but maybe focusing on your intention, closing the eyes, breathing deep, being uncomfortable, because we certainly are all moving through something in our day-to-day that feels super uncomfortable in this moment. See if you can release over your legs a little bit more. Get soft. And then when you feel ready, you can slowly make your way back up. Okay. Just take a few moments here to breathe. Process that pose. It's time for Shavasana. Come onto your back. If there's anything else that you need to give yourself, please do. You wanted to do a headstand or a handstand or some sort of inversion, legs up the wall, you could do that. You could come into a Baddha Konasana, Supta Baddha Konasana, where the soles of the feet are together and the knees are open. You could do a happy baby. You could do some twists, supine twists. In fact, why don't we all just take one more minute to give our bodies what they need right now. There's no rush. Okay. If you're going upside down, take your time, and when you're ready to join us in Shavasana, you can extend the feet, the legs, and then toes flap open, palms facing the sky. And we'll just share a brief Shavasana together. If you feel like you want to stay longer, you can certainly stay as long as you like. Take a deep breath in and out. Let your body relax. You can feel I'm still holding on. So scan the body and see where you're holding on. I was holding on in my legs. Start to deepen your breath, wiggling the fingers and toes, rolling the wrists and the ankles, stretching the arms up over the head, away from your feet away from your hands. And then let's make a tiny little ball here, reaching for your knees, hugging your knees into your chest, maybe bringing your nose to your knees. But this is fine. Just hanging onto the knees. And then let's rock off to one side and push the ground to sit up. Sit up tall, comfortable seated position. Notice how you feel. And let's just take a moment to connect with each other, even though we're not physically together. Our energies in this moment are connected. And let's take a moment to acknowledge the power that we have in this small circle, but you can call in any other energies that feel important to you to be present with you for the rest of your day, to be brave enough to make choices that inspire the change that feels necessary for your healing. Angels, spirits, guides, family members that you can't physically see right now, you can call them into your circle. And then we're all connected. Bring your left hand to your heart, your right hand on top of that. And we'll seal our practice chanting Om together. Take a deep breath in. Ah. Thank you, everyone. Namaste.